As we head into the dog days of August, the heat is on. But here in Portsmouth, you can cool your heels at plenty of special events, concerts, and exhibits. We'll look at just a few of them right here, right now, on this August 2016 episode of Portsmouth Now. Welcome to our August 2016 episode of Portsmouth Now. I'm your host, Rob Lauer. In December of 2010, Portsmouth was designated as an official Coast Guard city, one of just a handful of U.S. cities to receive that distinction. Since then, a Coast Guard City celebration has been an annual event, and this year that celebration will be held on Saturday, August 6th. Here are some folks to tell us more about it.
My name is Russ Turner. I'm the founder and race director for Road Rage Events.
I'm Terry Danaher, and I am basically General Dog's Body for Ports Events. I'm on the Mayor's Military Affairs Committee, which is my connection with the Coast Guard celebration, and I run the Farmers Market for Ports Events as a volunteer, and it's all connected. We're all connected here in the city, and I'm totally connected to these two things at least.
Portsmouth is a Coast Guard town, an official Coast Guard town.
We have a long, long history with the Coast Guard. I mean, it goes back a couple hundred years. And we have two very important elements of the Coast Guard here. One of them is the District Command, District 5, and the other is the Atlantic Command, which is huge. So we have a lot of Coast Guard here and a lot of Coast Guard friends and family. And getting the city celebration started was about acknowledging that and trying to include more of our coasties in our community and be included more in their community. Keep people aware that we've got this asset here.
The city of Portsmouth got a hold of us asking us if we could possibly put on a run. This was 2 or 3 years ago for the Coast Guard to enhance their Coast Guard weekend that they wanted to do, basically giving back to the Coast Guard for being a big part of Portsmouth.
We were looking for an event to replace the bike ride that we had in the past. We've got a lot of road work going on, and with the tunnels and all that going on, the bike ride, we used to have a Century bike ride. That was how we started the events. The Century bike ride was just out of the question with all of the road works going on. Also, August is pretty hot for even a 100-kilometer, let alone 100-mile bike ride. So the Century bike ride was a little challenging during August. So we were looking for something to do, and the Coasties suggested run. That they're runners, and they have a bike team too, but not terribly active here. So we decided to go with the run, and that is when the Parks and Rec Department here looked around for somebody to help, because we don't have the special skills set in our department to do that. It's very specialized. You really need experts to do it because there's an awful lot involved in a run. Apparently, since I don't do them, I don't know for sure what all is involved, but timing, personal bests, beating somebody else at some prize, and I know that they have various kinds of award levels and things like that. But Road Rage, I believe, is the name of the company that does it, and Russ is running Road Rage, and he is terrific. He's former Marine and SEAL and has done all kinds of things, and he is so tough, and he is so cool. So
we came in and we developed a 5K run through Old Town Portsmouth. This way to enhance their festivities for the weekend. And then last year we did the 5K run. Everything turned out great. It was successful. So we decided, well, let's put on something bigger and add a 10K to it. So now we have a 10K and a 5K run. It's the CUTTE 10K and the Coast Guard 5K. This
year for Coast Guard Day, we have a weekend planned. We start out with a concert in the courtyard, which is a free event that is sponsored by both Ports Events and the museums here in Portsmouth. And it's at the Portsmouth Arts and Cultural Center, which is a wonderful venue because the courtyard there is just beautiful. And with any luck, we'll have fine weather. because it's so nice when it's outside. We do have an inside venue also. The annex behind the gift shop is a very pleasant place also, but it's smaller, so you can't fit quite as many people in. And with the courtyard, you've got that big space there with the outdoor art, and people can go in and out of the buildings and look at the exhibits. They're free that night. The concert starts at 5 and runs until 8. There's adult beverages and food, and it's free. And it's just great. This year, in honor of the Coast Guard, we are having Amy Kaus and Derek Smith, who are acoustic guitar players, singers. They kind of specialize in Americana, and it should be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to it. People can come in and eat, drink, be merry, and celebrate Happy Birthday Coast Guard. So that's what it's about there. On Saturday, that's the big event for the city sponsored events. There's a 5K and a 10K race, and that will be a run. I'm not sure what it's called because I don't do it. I'm busy at the farmers market that morning. But it's open to everybody. Anybody can sign up. They can go to the city's website on the Portsmouth VA events site and find out more details about it, and they can sign up for it that way.
The CUTTE 10K will start at the Portsmouth Pavilion, which is the old Natello's Park, right at the circle. There'll be big archways, and it's a professionally timed event. It's going to start at the Pavilion, the Portsmouth Pavilion, which is Natello's, and it's going to go through all the way up by the water, go around the outskirts of the naval base, come back out, go through Old Town Portsmouth, and come back in. And it's 6.2 miles, or close to it, which is a 10K. And then that will start at 7 a.m. And it'll go from 7 a.m. You have a max 2-hour time limit to finish, because 9 a.m. is when the Coast Guard 5K starts. And the Coast Guard 5K is a portion of that 10K course that's just broken down into a 5K. It doesn't go on the base, it goes through Old Town and comes back to the Natello's Circle for the start-finish line.
My understanding is there were somewhere between 350 to 400 people showed up last time, and they are expecting to double that at least this time, because last year it was just a 5K run, this year there's a 5K and a 10K. And that's more of a challenge, and people come from farther away for those 10K runs apparently. There's no accounting for pain and people who want to hurt, but runners really seem to enjoy it.
Come out! It's going to be a great event. I have we really specialize with our bling, our runners bling. So the finish line is going to have some really nice medals. We have some really nice 10K medals, 5K medals. If you do the combo and you do both, you get a 5K medal, 10K medal, and a Coast Guard combo medal, which I guess I can hold them up.
Sure, yeah.
Here's the combo medal when you finish the combo. Here is the 10K medal that you receive at the finish line for the 10K. Here is the Coast Guard 5K medal. It's even a spinner. That you receive at the finish line. So everybody receives a finishing medal. Everybody receives an event tech shirt. And also, we're going to have sponsors out there. It's going to be a fun time.
It's bound to be fun. Last year's was pretty successful, and we're looking at a much larger participation this year.
For 30 years, Portsmouth has been the home of the annual Gospel Rama celebration. This 2-day event will be held at the Waterside Stage on Saturday, August 6th and Sunday, August 7th, and will feature music from over 20 gospel music artists. Let's learn more about what's in store for this year's event.
I'm joined again this year by Yolanda Davis and Christine Davis, and they're here to tell us about Gospel Rama. Welcome back.
Thank you for having us again.
So, what's in store for this year?
Well, this year is our 30th anniversary, and we just have amazing things planned. We have great vendors this year. We have amazing artists that will be coming out, to worship and song and dance. It's just going to be great this year.
So what days and what other week does this happen? It's a weekend?
It's a weekend. Mm-hmm. It's the first weekend in August, August 6th and 7th. Same time every year. And the weather is usually beautiful. So just come on out on the water and listen to some great music.
And this is down at Portside on the
Portside,
stage?
yes, on the water stage.
Okay, and you can tell us something about some of the acts this year?
Well, we have the Joy Singers and Frankie Davis and the Mighty Stars. From Paris, Eric Taylor, the Gospel Violinist. We have the Daughters of the King, Voices of Zion, Warfare Praise, and Greater Works Ministries in Hampton. I mean,
Coco.
we have Coco, the saxophonist.
Okay.
We have amazing people this year.
Now, you two are musicians too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, will you be performing this year?
Well, I will be singing with my church, Zion 2012 Church, and we are the Voices of Zion. And Miss Davis will not be playing for the Gospel Rama, but she's going to be in the background doing all of the administrative things.
Now, Ms. Davis has a long career in music.
Yes.
It goes back quite a while.
Yes.
And more than just gospel, right?
Yes. Yes. It goes all the way back to opera. Her uncle, Junius Maxwell, he was an opera singer in Chicago. And she traveled with them and she played and she came here and she had the first Virginia Opera Guild. And she has now the Unity Choir, and they sing all over, and they have plays as well, like Let My People Go, and 12 Days Before the Execution, which is about a young man who gave his life to Christ before he was executed in jail.
Wow. So
True story.
Yeah, wow. Now, you began the festival, didn't you, Gospel Rama?
Oh, yes.
So, what's the story behind that? How did you get the idea? What was the goal of having Gospel Rama?
I performed in Windsor, Canada, and at the Emancipation Celebration, and this gave me the idea.
Well, we're glad this has been going on now for all these years. We're glad that it's coming back. And if is there a number that people could call or a website or anything to go
Yes,
to if they
definitely.
have more information?
You can call 757-393-0318, where you can speak with Miss Davis, or you can call me at 757-805-3214.
Well, thanks for coming and telling us about it. Have a great festival. Looking
We hope
forward
to see you there.
Okay, I will try to get there. I love gospel music.
Amazing,
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
Come on out and see us.
Listen to her.
30 years.
We'll learn more about special events in Portsmouth this August right after these messages.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to this August 2016 episode of Portsmouth Now. Summer is one of the busiest times of the year for the Portsmouth Department of Parks, Recreation, and Leisure Services. Here's the department's director, Mark Furlow, to tell us about some of the programs and events going on through August.
Mark, thanks for joining us. I know how busy you are at this time of year.
Thanks for having me.
So what's going on this August?
Well, we've got a lot going on this August. We have our movies in the park at City Park in the amphitheater, and those start at 7 o'clock on Saturday. And for August, we have coming up Cinderella, SpongeBob movie, Inside Out, and Game Plan. And then we also have our, we do our concert series down at Portside, the Sunset Thursdays. And coming up and those are go from 6:30 to 9 every Thursday evening on the water stage. And coming up for August, we have the Good Life Band, a flutist, Jody Brown, hotcakes, and Milk the Band.
Wow. So how's the attendance going at those?
It's good. We were thinking about 1,000 people out there for the concerts, and we usually have about 100 or so people at the movies. So we're doing pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. Now you were telling me before we got the cameras rolling that there is another program coming up when school kicks in, when school comes back.
Right. We do a before and after school program. It's called 6 to 6, and we do it at a lot of the elementary schools in the city of Portsmouth. And we're doing registration for that right now. So if you're looking for before and after school care for your child, check us out on our website. You can see what schools we offer it at, and it's a really affordable option for daycare.
Okay, that's great. You know, there's so much that the Parks and Recreation does throughout the year. So thanks for taking time from your busy schedule and to tell us what's happening right now.
No problem.
Thanks.
Besides 2 floors filled with fun and educational interactive displays, the Children's Museum of Virginia constantly hosts an ever-changing series of temporary exhibits that are guaranteed to delight. Recently, we dropped into the museum to talk to Tim Mikowski to learn more about the exhibit currently on display.
I'm joined by Tim, the museum guy, and we're here in the traveling exhibit room at the Children's Museum of Virginia. So what's on display here, Tim?
Well, right now we have Amusement Park Science, which is coming to us from Illinois. It's kind of a small exhibit, but it's fun. Talks about the physics behind the fun at amusement parks.
Like
roller coasters and a lot of Newton first, second, and third laws on display here.
Okay.
We got some videos, we got a computer, we got a Connects build area where the kids come in and basically it's a pile of Connects pieces and they build whatever they want.
And bumper car type things.
Bumper cars, we got...
I've interviewed you many times about these traveling exhibits. This is the busiest I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it's been pretty popular. We opened in May. We're running through September 11th, so come by and see us this summer. But yeah, it's simple, but at the same time, there's a lot going on. It's loud. Kids like to bang into things.
Yeah.
We got we actually have Connects display here that came pre-built with a little roller coaster that goes around. So yeah, there's a lot to see and do.
There's a pole over here the kids can swim around on.
You learn a little bit. Supposedly you're supposed to learn about angular momentum, where
They just like
to spin on it. But if you do it right, you'll go fast, you'll slow down. Hopefully at the end you'll get dizzy, and that's all a bonus.
Now, how long is this on display for?
Through September 11th, so almost 4 months. It's a long run this thing. Yeah, we open May, June, July, August, September.
Do you have anything on schedule after that?
After that, Rob, it's our favorite time of year, as you know. We'll start getting ready for Winter Wonderland. To get away from Amusement Park Science, Winter Wonderland, we're going to do a few little different things here in the Change and Gallery that we've not done in previous years. We're trying to change things up this year.
Well, that's great. Now, what days during the summer, what are the hours for the museum?
Wow, you got to ask me this.
I know.
Hours for the museum. We're open 7 days a week during the summer.
Okay.
We're open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, and then 11 to 5 on Sundays.
Okay, well, thanks. Well, thanks for talking to us all about the exhibit. Come on down to the Children's Museum of Virginia. Bring the kids. We'll have a great time. I did. I played with this bumper car thing for 10 minutes. Standing there hitting it. It's a lot of fun.
More August events are coming up right after these messages.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to the August 2016 episode of Portsmouth Now. The Seawall Art Show has been delighting local art lovers for 47 years, and this year will be no exception. Here's Linda Torres to tell us more about this year's show, taking place on the weekend of August 27th through 28th.
I'm joined by Linda Torres, who is the show director for the Seawall Art Show. Thanks for joining us again, Linda.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.
So, what's coming up this year?
All right, this year is our 46th year for the Seawall Art Show. It's going to be held right here on the waterfront. And on August the 27th and 28th, that's a Saturday and a Sunday. Show opens at 10 o'clock both days, closes at 6 on Saturday until 5 on Sunday.
So how many artists do you have and where do they come from? What types of works do you see here?
Well, we keep it about 80 artists, sometimes a few more, sometimes a few less, but about 80 and in a wide variety. This is a fine arts and fine crafts show.
So how does that differ from one that's not fine art and fine craft?
Well, you're not gonna find something that you could purchase off Pinterest or something like that, or that's been resold, that type of thing. What we have are artisans. We've got glass blowers, glass makers, we've got fabric designers, we've got woodworking crafts, we've got, of course, photography and the different types of painting, watercolors, oils, acrylics, you name it, we've got it.
So people didn't go out to Michael's or some big chain store and
take the labels off and put it on. No. Everything is juried. We have 3 judges that look at everything before we accept an application.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, are there prizes for this as well?
Yes, we give out over $7,000 in awards to our artists, and we have artists coming from as north as Maine and as south as Florida, usually right here on the East Coast, because they're artists and it does take the expense of coming out here and selling their wares. But we have artists, about 75% of our artists come back every year.
Okay.
A good strong 75%. They've got a good following here in Hampton Roads. We have people that come from Matthews County and from North Carolina to come to our show.
Wow. Now, how about past winners? Do they come back and can they compete again?
Yes, they can compete again because we have a different judge every year and they don't know who's been here and who's not. They come in clean.
Now, as far as what other things are here for those who maybe have an interest in art but want to get food or something for the kids to do?
Well, absolutely. First of all, I'd like to say that we have a whole lineup of music entertainment for the days, both Saturday and Sunday. Starts at 10 on Saturday and 11:30 on Sunday till close. And we also have on Saturday an student art show. Now, we've included all the schools, Virginia Beach to the peninsula. We've asked them all. The students have applied. And at my last count, we had 25 students, and they're still coming in. So we've got that. We'll have face painting and some different things for the children to do. Not a lot, because it is about art here.
Right.
We also have food vendors. We do keep it light. We have snow cones, ice cream cones, and I think we're still working on what kind of food, usually some seafood or some sort of sandwiches, something to keep our artists here fed as well. But with downtown Portsmouth being a block away here, we've got all the restaurants anyone could want.
Yeah. All right, so give us a final pitch. What would you say to someone who's never been?
Come on out to downtown Portsmouth, right here on the seawall. We'll have a beautiful day, God willing, and we're going to have artists of all kinds do your Christmas shopping sooner. Come on out and enjoy yourself for the day.
I'm joined by James McLaughlin from the Portsmouth Humane Society. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks for coming out.
So I understand now we have a big fundraiser coming up in early September.
Yes, Thursday, September 1st, we're having our 3rd annual Arthur G. McGinley Jr. Memorial Golf Tournament. And this is one of our biggest fundraisers for the year. It's a great time to come out, show your support for the Humane Society, and have a good time on the golf course. We have everything from prizes and lunch provided, besides a great day of golf. And we're expecting that by that time of the year, the weather is going to be perfect. So we're asking everybody to come out and support. We're also asking any local businesses that are interested in showing their support with possible whole sponsorships or maybe a corporate sponsorship for the tournament itself. This money, every penny that's raised from this fundraiser goes into the care of our animals here at the shelter, Annually, we're taking in approximately 2,000 animals, and every penny helps when it comes to giving these guys the best care possible and working toward finding their forever homes.
So if someone is interested in becoming a sponsor or any other information, do they just call you here?
They can call us here at the shelter at area code 757-397-6004, or they can email me at adoption@portsmouthhumanesociety.org. On our webpage, there's also the information, and there's also one other contact. You can go through director@portsmouthhumanesociety.org, and we will be happy to answer any questions and get you set up. If you have any issues or questions, you can do your registration right through our webpage, or you can call us.
This time of year, do you have a lot of pets? Summer's coming to an end. Do you have a lot of kittens and puppies and things coming in?
Springtime, we always see a boom with kittens, puppies, being brought in stray, mostly because people don't spay or neuter their pets, or these are pets that have been abandoned or gotten lost from their families, never were spayed or neutered. So we have a big influx of animals this time of the year, and we right now are starting to see a lot of these kittens and some cases puppies that were a little too young to go up for adoption. They're all starting to come of age. We've got a lot of great pets, not just kittens and puppies. We've got a lot of older pets, cats, dogs, and we are completely full with animals looking for a loving family. So we're asking people to come out and add to their family and find their forever furry friend.
Sally, you talked about the importance of spading and neutering. So if someone has a pet and they have not done that, what should they do? I mean, if say they think, oh, I don't have the money to do it.
Okay, that is, and I believe I can even say this for the other local shelters. All of us believe strongly in the importance of spaying and neutering your pets. So every city has an intake shelter, and we all are working together on different programs to try to make that more affordable. If you're looking for low-cost options for spay-neuter for the city of Portsmouth, you can contact us for resources. One of the programs is spayhr.org. You can go on their webpage, or you can call Animal Rescue at Tidewater. They are offering, through a grant that they've received, they're coming out to Portsmouth, and they're offering low-cost or free spay-neuter and some basic vaccines for people here in Portsmouth. We also have the PETA Mobile Clinic that comes here twice a month, and they stop in every city throughout this area, and they're very reasonable for their prices. And there's numerous other places that we can help you get set up with if that's an issue. There's so many places that are trying to work with us for a low-cost option, so that's not a reason that we're asking people to, if you're not sure, just give us a call. We're happy to help and at least get you in touch with the right people, if not actually get you an appointment. Being summertime, I just want to remind people that keep in mind with the heat, it can be very dangerous for your animals. Don't leave your animals in a car unattended without the windows cracked and the air running. Also, make sure that if your dog is outside while you're at work, make sure that they have adequate shelter to get out of the sun and the heat, and make sure they have adequate water. Please keep in mind, these animals can't do a lot of these things for themselves that we can, and they're dependent on us to make sure that we're doing the right things to take care of them and keep them safe.
In a sense, they're almost like children.
Yes.
Dependent.
Yes.
But thanks for joining us today, James, telling us what's coming up and for that advice. And again, if you have any questions about your pets, wanting to look for a pet, give them a call.
That's it for our show today. To find out more about any of the events taking place in Portsmouth, simply log on to www.portsvaevents.com and then come to Portsmouth, where if you give us a day, we'll give you a vacation. I'm Rob Lauer. Join me next time for the September-October episode of Portsmouth Now.